Alright, so I think I'm feeling Waboom. Girl, I'm kidding. Bye. Still hate him. Not hate. Hate's a strong word, but dislike.
Yeah, I still feel the same way. I don't like him at all. I don't like him on the show.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, let's get into it. They started off with another group date. Half of the guys went with her, and they did an obstacle course challenge. Like how good of a husband, father you'd be. Just, you know, kind of a corny challenge. Right. But the guest stars were Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who I guess are big fans of the show.
I love them. They're such a cute couple. Fun. What did you think? I know you're not the biggest Ashton fan.
Well, you know, he's kind of an annoying man-child in some ways to me, but I think that they
were like...
Waboom? Yeah, well, no, they seem really into it. They seem to be having fun. It was kind of weird. I think that's the first time I've seen them really be like a domesticated couple sitting at home watching The Bachelor. I pictured them. So
I thought
it was cute.
That they were fans of the show and wanted to be a part of it. And of course, the guys were really excited to be on the group date.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, y'all realize it's other men, and plus, you know, but hey, I'd be excited to finally get out the house.
Yes, totally, yeah.
But, and I also thought it was a cute challenge.
It was fun, you know, it's a little cheesy.
Definitely.
It gives them a chance to, like, be a little competitive, but also show their sense of humor about the whole situation, so I think it was definitely a cute challenge for them.
Competitive, they did good.
They started getting really competitive. Yeah. There was some pushes and shoves, and Lucas pushed, what's his name?
The
Kenny?
dad.
Yeah, Kenny.
Not just like a push,
but like checked him, like he was serious.
This hard moment, like fucking got his neck, and then actually I think that's why he lost.
Yeah,
Kenny
totally.
lost, and you know, Waboom, even they said like he cheated along the way. I feel like several of them kind of cheated.
It's just, it's not that serious. I still would have wanted the date, but Blake was still got that rivalry going with him.
You found out some tea about that.
Well, I guess, I mean, they brought it up. Right, well, they brought it up a little bit on the show, but, you know, they kind of have a past. He said his roommate knows him from somewhere. Well, I did some digging, and I found out they were actually on another, like, dating show together, and it was something about dating my ex or something, which is why he already had such a negative reaction to him right off the bat and is confronting him and angry with him. Not to defend Lucas at all, he's one of the most annoying people I've ever seen on TV, but there's a little past rivalry there, I think.
Yeah, but not just that, but I'm like, okay, Blake, you're not so innocent yourself. You've been on another reality show.
Exactly.
And you said
another dating show.
The roommate, you had a roommate that knew him, but it turns out y'all shared an ex.
I think the roommate was a girlfriend, technically, is the story. And he's making it roommate. And definitely, I feel like the rivalry is going to keep going on as long as both of them are in the house. It's kind of childish, you know, but I guess they have to have some thread of drama through the show.
Well, not just that, he took it a little bit further and talked to Rachel about it.
Right.
When they had their little alone
time. What do you think of that? Do you think he should have said something?
I feel like let her figure out for herself in this instance. You don't want to be that guy that's bringing the drama.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like coming across as whiny. So I'm like...
Especially so early on.
Too early.
Yeah, you haven't even got to know her yet. And you every time you're with her, you're causing drama or bringing... You might be completely right about Waboom, but she's a really smart girl, and I think she's going to figure it out for herself.
And if you're the only guy telling her out of all the guys...
Right.
That says something about you. Like, you're more bothered by it than anyone else.
Totally. Right. They all don't like him, but they're not going to waste their time talking about him when they're trying to connect with her.
They only get 2 minutes with her anyways.
Right, definitely.
I'm not going to spend 60 seconds of it talking about Waboom.
No. He'll talk about himself enough.
Yeah. One more thing about Lucas, or Waboom, or Sleaze, whatever you want to call him. Ashton wasn't really feeling him either.
Oh, that was what was really funny. You could tell Ashton Kutcher was not happy about him. He was like, did not like him.
Mila's like, do the Waboom.
No.
He's like, what's the
that?
Waboom?
Yeah,
what's it? And then fucking Lucas does it, and then he's like, okay, well, you tried?
Yes. Well, Ashton was all of us. I think as fans of the show, they're watching it like, why is this guy here? Is this for real? But it's only a matter of time before Waboom is gone.
Is kaboom.
Later on the date, after the obstacle course, they had kind of like sit-downs one-on-one with everybody, and she said she wasn't really feeling the vibe with most of them.
Either.
Right.
Like, it was just dead. I was like, girl, she might as well wipe this whole crew, let them Go home now. All y'all can go home now except for Dean.
Dean, yeah, well...
There was a connection there.
Definitely. I think she likes the young boy with the dimples, even though he was a little cheese with that black whatever line at the beginning.
Yeah, they did talk about it.
They talked about it. And she was very cool with it. She loved it. She wanted to use the line herself, she said. So...
Yeah, and I could see her, like, cause she's very silly, and I was like, okay, she doesn't have a problem with it, because, you know, it was kind of controversial. Like, I don't know if you should be saying that. But she was cool with it, so hey, move along. What do you think about him being younger? He's like 25.
That's why I think the real problem's going to be. Like, he does, you can tell he seems a little wet behind the ears when it comes to dating and women. And he's got that, like, aw shucks, nice boy next door. He does seem like a cute guy, but I don't know if he's ready to get married, especially to someone who's, you know, a little older than him and a lawyer and established. I don't know if he's there yet.
Let me just use him as a fuck.
Well, they did. They did make out. That was another one. She felt an instant connection.
Ain't she making out with?
Well, that's true. She's just running through. I guess that's what she got to do.
I would be doing the same.
Right?
I feel like she's like me. When someone like goes for the first move, whether you want to or not, you almost go for it because you feel bad. So even like Lucas got a peck.
What you're saying is you'll kiss anybody as long as they make the first move. You shouldn't put that out there.
I'll see you at the club.
Oh my God. She said a couple times that she likes the guy to kind of make the first move, and so she's kind of been waiting for it from a couple of guys. So the fact that Dean is younger, but he still kind of stepped up, even if it was a little awkward and cute, took advantage of it, the situation, and he did plant one on her, and she enjoyed it, so they're feeling it.
Yeah, the reality is, though, you do have to kiss someone and make sure that there's that connection. So I'm not mad at her because a lot of people are like, "Damn, this bitch a hoe."
No, I don't think so. I just don't know, like, to show if they usually do kiss so much, but you're thrown into this situation. You're trying to meet someone, make the best of it. Definitely, I think so too. They all know what they're getting into. I couldn't probably be in this situation competing. I've said that before too, competing against 30 people, but
get syphilis.
Well,
so out of the first group date, Dean ended up getting the rose. Which, like I said, I am a big fan. I'm not a fan of his age, but I didn't feel like out of those guys, he deserved it.
He had a genuine connection, and out of everyone was so stale, and he sort of was very real with her, and they had a genuine, flirty, fun moment. So he did get the rose, like you said, and walked her outside. That was very gentlemanly at the end of the night, and gave her a goodbye kiss, like we said. And so it was definitely sweet. Dean's growing on me a little bit. I still think he's too young, but...
I know, I'm trying to get past that. I mean, how old is Rachel again?
31, I think,
I mean,
32?
It's only 6 years, but I feel like that time period is so dramatic.
Especially because
31, because I feel like you grow up.
Yes, you're mid to late 20s, and the fact that she's so established in her career, and we'll see what happens.
I never got that when I was younger, like, and I tried to talk to another guy, they're like, "Oh no, you're too young." I'm like, "But don't you want some young me?"
I know.
You know, like just that small-minded thinking, like,
right, like why wouldn't you want me? I'm young and cute.
But now that I'm older, I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. Depending on where you are in your life, you don't need the extra baggage.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. You need to go through some things before you get on this thing.
Right.
So then the one-on-one date gets there, and if I was everybody, I would be a little salty toward who? Peter.
Peter. Well, Peter, I said, well, he was one of my favorites from the beginning. I really like Peter.
Very charming.
Very charming, just sweet. He seems like a really real guy. He's good looking.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a word.
Rolls with the punches.
He's very laid back.
Totally. They so far they seem like a great match. I thought that they had instant chemistry, and for me, this is like the most amazing date. Going to Palm Springs on like a dog party. Cute. That is the cutest date I can think of.
I like the way she said it in the beginning. First, take her. She takes him to the plane. It's like, "Oh, do you mind? I haven't seen a friend who was an accent in a long time. Do you mind if he comes along?" And he's like, "Is it an ex?"
Yeah, right.
And then the dog comes out, and it's so freaking
with
cute.
Hobbling on his little gimp leg, like it's so cute.
I want to know what happened to that dog.
I know. Copper. Very cute. Very cute.
I was like, Copper can come anytime.
Well, that's a pretty cool date. I like Palm Springs. I love dogs. Right. You know, a private plane there. That's a pretty good one-on-one date.
Cute.
It gives them a lot of time to connect, and you can always tell a person by how well they get along with animals, especially dogs. So
I've never even heard of that. I saw that there.
Barkfest?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I was like, that is so freaking cute. And you could tell Copper was having a good ass time.
Right.
He never goes in water, but he was sharing that water.
Splashing around, making friends.
Exactly. Not just that, I like how it ended when they were like dancing and Peter had Copper just dancing with him.
I know.
It just reminded me when I used to pick up my dog, this big ass pit bull. Her name was Aurora.
Just dancing around with this lump. I really liked when they were on the date, they were kind of sitting back and, letting the dogs play, and they really started connecting about, they talked about life and family and therapy, actually, and how they've, they've both had troubled times in the past, and therapy has been something that's really helped them, and I think that was something that was a common bond for them.
And I actually really like that they were open about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because not too many people are like, oh, yeah, girl, I'm seeing a therapist. Because, there's a little stigma, when people talk about that. And I feel like it's an important thing. I feel like everyone could use therapy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the world we live in right now. I think the connection level just upped the ante.
Definitely.
Okay, you went through a big relationship. You want to see what's wrong with you. What do you feel like you can work on? And, you got help, and that says something about you.
Not only does it make himself vulnerable, but it shows her that he's willing to learn and change and be a better person, and let his guard down. So I think it was a great moment for them, and only strengthened their bonds. They're smitten, that's the word she used. That's always a cute word. That's that stars in your eyes, butterflies in your stomach, new love.
Peter and Rachel.
Peter and Rachel, we'll see.
So the next day was another group date, of course, because there's so many fucking guys.
I think they had 8 or 9 guys on this one, too.
And not all of them actually went, which I was surprised.
I mean, you have to get to know everybody, so she probably needed to give a chance to some of the ones she either didn't know, or maybe was thinking, she feels a little spark with, so bring them along. What do you think of the basketball date? What do you think of that?
I thought it was a cute date. I love basketball, so any chance to get, I'm down. But you were saying, you noticed they were all black guys.
I did notice most of the black guys were on the basketball date. Yeah. I don't know if that's just coincidental, perhaps, but it was kind of a funny observation.
Right. They're like, what should we do? Girl, take them
to play basketball.
And most of them sucked.
Yeah, well, actually they did. they weren't that great.
I thought that was hilarious.
This is nothing that I would ever want to do personally, playing a full-on game in front of a huge crowd of people.
And in front of an NBA legend.
And in front of an NBA legend who was giving them pointers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Date.
Yeah, it's kind of a nerve-wracking date, but overall, most of the guys I felt, rolled with it, had a good time, tried to impress her as best they could, but...
DeMario stood out, though.
Well, DeMario stood out for a few reasons.
First of all, he brought his A game. Of course, it started to rough start, but then he ended up showing he has a little skill in basketball.
Yeah, he could kind of play. I mean, he was cocky. Like, he's been cocky since the very beginning. Right. He was cocky in the locker room and on the court, too. That cockiness kind of catches up to him, though.
It did. Not only that, they lost.
They did lose. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
I don't know why.
Anytime someone's so overly confident and cocky and they get knocked down a peg just a little bit,
it's like, take a little humble pie.
Yeah.
And you lost, and there were bigger things to come.
Well, much bigger things. So this is a first. I don't think anything like this crazy has ever happened before. An ex showing up to the filming of the show.
I was like, as soon as she came up, I'm like, okay, who could it be? And I couldn't help but to think DeMario, just because, when she talked to the girl, someone's not here for
already warned her about him.
DeMario. So I was like, could it be? And when she said it, I was like, wow.
Since it's filmed in LA and everyone's in LA, it's easy to find out when they might be filming. So I guess this girl who used to date DeMario for 7 months or something.
Producers called her.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey girl, we're gonna be here if you
shows up and says, Rachel, I was dating him for 7 months. Were they engaged even, did she say?
No, but he did have the keys, which is a big deal.
Keys to her place. They've been together for a good part of a year, I guess. 7 months or so, depending on who you believe. But she showed up with texts and receipts and telling her that up until she saw him on the live show, she thought they were still together.
She brought all the evidence.
All the drama, all the...
Girl, this is not the man for you, and he wasn't for me. He's definitely not for you because he's scheming. And what I liked about it is, she heard her out, and she's like, okay, let me go get his side, bring him out. And he's all thinking they're going to...
Oh, I got a special rose. I get it,
All the guys are like, oh, he's going to get a rose, or, MVP.
Right, something.
No. And then he walks up.
The look on his face, I think we rewinded it a few times, just because...
Let's reenact it. So, I'm talking to Rachel. So, I really thought...
Karma's a bitch, DeMario.
Whoa. wait, who's this? Who's that?
No, he did. He was like walking. He was like, you can see he was totally focused in the game with Rachel, like telling her sweet things and doing the flirt. And then the second he caught, what's her name, whatever her name was,
he
Lexi.
Was shocked.
He was shocked, and then he went from, oh, I don't know her, immediately. Exactly. Who's that?
That's what
Who's
I'm like,
that?
girl,
you're caught. You could tell.
Obviously, you were shocked. So you're not gonna go. Oh, who's this?
Yeah, if you just walked out, you had no idea who this person was.
That's where you lost all credibility because you tried to act like you didn't know who the fuck she was.
Right. And
so when they got into it as far as like, oh, it wasn't that serious. First of all, you wouldn't even acknowledge this person, who she is. And
right.
The fact is she was your girlfriend.
Number one, you pretended like you didn't know her the very first. Then you started owning up to knowing her. Then, oh, I met her a few times or messed around with her a few times. Then I barely know her. You know, it just, he kept going around in circles. Yeah. But I love that the lawyer in Rachel came out. She was giving him the 3rd degree, letting him kind of hang himself, which is what he did.
Yeah, she's like, give me your part, you give me your part, or let me see this evidence. And before I see this evidence, do you want to say anything? Oh, you got nothing to say? All right, okay. This. Okay, now you're a liar. So, I have found you guilty of all charges. And you need to get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. I love that. When she went from lawyer to hood in 0.2 seconds, and I loved it. He deserved it.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, like, yeah, she gets that this is a reality show. It's a dating show. But at the same time, she doesn't want to get played. She's going in it for the right reasons. She wants to find a long-term boyfriend, husband. So the fact that he's coming in with these games and he already did a girl dirty like this, what makes you think he's not going to do you like that?
It's just way too much drama off the bat when you're trying to get to know someone in an already heightened situation. It's like, bye. Cuts. Get out. I don't need it. Hopefully, Waboom will be next, since he also doesn't have great intentions. Please. But definitely one douchebag down.
Or not yet.
Well, okay.
He did come back.
Well, okay, we'll get to that. Yeah, that's an interesting twist to the end.
Before that.
So after the drama with Demario, she kind of went back to the other guys to let them know what was going on. She was pretty visibly upset. She was a little teary. I think it kind of just knocked her off her game because she was having a good time with the show so far, and she wasn't expecting that to happen. But the guys were really comforting.
She even said she didn't. I don't feel like going on with this. Woo woo woo. But yeah, like she comes in and the guy's like, hey, and then you know she does crack a smile, but then she's like, come in like, hey guys, I need to know y'all are here for the right reasons. I need to make sure none of y'all have girlfriends because this asshole just had a girlfriend while he was trying to fuck around with me.
Right.
It's not right.
And they were mad too. The guys felt some type of way about it because, first of all, she did release probably some good guys the first episode that might have been there really for her, number one. And number two, most of these guys probably are there for good reasons and they're putting their hearts on their sleeves. So they probably felt a little, you know, betrayed by the situation too. So, but they were very supportive of her. They tried to cheer her up as best they could. They went on a date, all of them, afterwards, just to kind of have drinks and talk, give her a chance to talk with everybody.
Several drinks.
Several drinks, yes.
After all that, please.
They needed them, definitely. The second date, she was still kind of, you know, out of it. All the guys were kind of out of it just because of what had happened, but they're all making the best of it. Chatting, getting to know each other, trying to, you know, everyone telling her they're there for her, which was really sweet. I think she appreciated all the guys, like, reaching out and really caring about her and being genuine.
Josiah was sweet and very like, oh my god, I can't believe he disrespected you, he's disrespecting me.
Right.
But for some reason, I just felt like it was a little too much.
A little too much.
Oh, baby, man.
Well,
disrespected you, man.
Yeah, they were all trying to be nice, but he was sort of laying it on a little
like Rico Suave about it a little bit. It worked.
It worked. He did. He did win the rose this week, which, you know, I'm still on the fence with Josiah. We said that we liked him initially, his story and everything, but then he's been a little cocky in the house. Now he's still a little cocky and laying it on. I don't know. I don't know where I stand with him, but he won the date, like you said. He got the rose, so she's definitely feeling him. So we will see what happens.
Josiah, he might be in top 3.
Maybe.
Am I making the prediction right here?
I don't know. It's a little early. There's still like 30 guys, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so she goes back to the house, you know, to connect with the guys before the rose ceremony. And, you know, she got to talk to Brian, who she didn't choose to go on a date. And he was just like, oh, I miss you. She's like, I miss you too. So at least we see there's still a connection.
Right. Well, she knows because she was the first one to get a rose on her seasons. And then she wasn't, she didn't have a date for a while, she said.
Right,
so she wanted to reconnect with him and reassure him a little bit, like, I still like you. There's a lot more guys I gotta get through. And they had a little kiss in a moment while she was getting to know the guys. Big drama. more big drama, as if this episode wasn't dramatic enough.
So Demario shows up. What do you think about that?
I think it more proves that he's sort of in it for the show, in it for the drama, in it for that, because...
So you don't feel like maybe he just did come out of a relationship? Yeah, he probably didn't end it the right way, but he just really maybe wants a chance with Rachel.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he might genuinely want to.
You're right. Because after hearing the way he talks, still the second episode about it's competition, man. I'm gonna be in the top. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think it's just something about the winning nature of him. Also, you can't always judge people by their exes, but judging by the type of girl he dated and some of the kind of the life he has, I just don't think he would be someone that fits into Rachel's life, and I think he should just cut and run, tail between the legs. You're an asshole on national TV. Move along.
And that's what Chris should have told him.
That's what he
did. He did say, I'll talk to Rachel and see if she wants to come over.
Well, you know that the producers loved it. The producers were all like, oh, is that Demario? Get everyone, go get Chris Hansen. You go talk to him. And
even Rachel was intrigued.
Of course. I mean, how could you not be? I would want to know what he said, too, of course. In this situation in the show, I would want to know, too.
Anybody come knocking on my door, I'm going to see what the fuck is tea.
Right. What more do you have to say?
Yeah. But to hear what Demario has to say about his situation... All right, let me hear your case. Even though you failed the first one, I guess you want to retrial.
I guess. All of the other guys, as soon as they overheard that he was outside, they start getting riled up. That testosterone comes back out. They're all going to go. I would be salty.
Don't bring no more men in this house.
Well, they're already going to be protective for her. Yeah. Show that macho side. Plus, they feel a little slighted too if they, bonded, bro bonded, whatever.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I did almost feel like, oh, God, y'all calm the fuck.
No, I think they were doing the most, of course.
We're trying to be big and bad.
Let's go take care of it,
Not gonna lie, that'd probably be me up there too, hold up.
I am all for seeing what happens next. I love a good to be continued dramatic moment, and that's what happened. The episode ended with the guys and her going out to confront Demario to see what he has to say. Can't wait to find out what that is.
Girl, just try to spit game, and it's still gonna be
a mess.
Guilty.
A mess.
Get the fuck out. Now.
How do you think the guys are going to handle it? You think the level's going to raise? Are their fists going to fly?
I don't think it should. I mean, I hope not, because I feel like it says something about you. If you're type to not be able to let shit go, especially if it doesn't really involve you personally. That's Rachel's business. She's a big woman. There's security around. Let her handle it like a boss.
Right.
Like she is.
She's not someone I'm worried about. I think she can handle her own and stand up for herself and say her truth and put him in his place, like she already did once. So I think she's going to be okay, but I'm definitely curious to see.
Of course, yeah, we'd want a good fight.
Of course, well.
It's about to be a what? A girl fight?
Boy fight.
That part.
One of the guys who was kind of the most heated and, seems to just be wanting a fight is Lee.
Right.
Which I heard some interesting things about him this week.
The country singer.
The redneck guy. I think he made a comment somewhere along the lines like, me and a few of these guys aren't going to get along because I'm a good old country boy or something like that.
Yeah.
Usually when someone says that, that's code for racist.
Right.
So it was no surprise that on the internet this week, all of his past tweets and posts on social media have been dug up. He has said some very homophobic things. He has said some very macho, misogynistic, put the woman in her place things, and of course some racist things, comparing Black Lives Matter to the KKK, things such in that nature. So I'm sure it's only a matter of time before that comes out on the show.
No, that doesn't surprise me. That's the kind of vibe I actually got from that.
Yeah, oh yeah, me too. It makes complete sense.
Yeah, I just feel like he just seemed like an angry little man. And particularly to the black man on the show.
Yeah, even before I read about this happening, there was that vibe. Yeah. So I'm sure producers maybe knew, maybe they already knew about the tweets and they put him in the house in the mix to see what would happen. I don't know why he is vying for a woman of color, because he's going to get shut down on his ass as soon as she realizes any of it.
Because he's a singer-songwriter. He's trying to get gigs.
Exactly.
Trying to get
another self-promoter, racist douchebag on the show. So we'll see what happens with him, but it does look like he's kind of leading the charge next week to fight Demario, so might be interesting.
No, needs to fucking get out. You don't need a rose. Get you and your white sheets the fuck out of here.
Bye. Thanks again so much for watching this episode, guys. Tune in next week for our next review of The Bachelorette. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Let us know what you're thinking. Are you feeling the guys? Are you not? That's a wrap for us for this review. We hope you enjoyed it. We had a great time. Now, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know what you think right down below. All right, till next time.
Thanks, guys.